Hello Pisces, it's Crystal here. Welcome to your April 2017 reading. And I'm going to begin with the Druid Craft Tarot as I usually do. I also have another deck I'm going to bring in, and it's new to me. But first of all, let's get on with these cards for Pisces for April 2017. I think I'll stop right there. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the High Priest or the Hierophant, and at the bottom of the deck overlooking your spread we have the energy of the Three of Wands. And beneath that is the Eight of Cups, which I'll just keep in mind. And this is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck by Kim Kranz. And for Pisces for the month of April 2017. I'll stop right there. We have Judgment. And that is the Nine of Wands. I believe it's the Nine of Wands. I'll double check that though. And this is in reverse. We have the High Priestess in reverse. Well, that's interesting. The High Priestess in reverse right beneath the High Priest. And at the bottom of the deck overlooking your spread, we have Justice. Oh, it's an interesting spread, Pisces. And beneath that we have the Five of Cups in reverse, which I'll also keep in mind. Alright, I'd like to look at the Three of Wands first. Now this energy is about realizing your goals. You are beginning to see positive results, whatever you've been putting your energy into. You are definitely beginning to see a return for your efforts. And this can be particularly in the fields of business, or communications, or writing, or even inventions. And you are taking your responsibilities very seriously. And you do seem to be guided by a vision. And it is becoming much clearer. And so you're ready to move forward and go ahead with your plans. And with the Justice card beneath it, the Justice card can very much mean finding the balance and making a decision. And I do feel in this reading that you have made your decision, at least by the end of the month. Now the Three of Wands, with having that vision, goes very nicely with the Judgment card here. The Judgment card can be about a calling, a spiritual calling, or some kind of a calling you to develop or achieve your life purpose, to know what it is, at least for this time. And right above the Judgment card we see the Three of Pentacles. So it's as though you are called to do a particular type of work. And this work is very much admired by others. Others are interested in what you are doing. And I feel with the High Priest here that this calling is going to lead you into more of a public domain. The Judgment card can also be about having a second chance. It is like a rebirth in many cases. So perhaps you're going to resurrect something within your work or about your work. The Three of Pentacles can actually be an apprentice card, but not necessarily. It can also mean that you are beginning to work with others. Not only are others admiring your work, but you actually have a good communication with others, You may be utilizing others' talents and abilities to work with you, to work with what you are trying to achieve. And there does seem to be a calling to sort of open up what you are doing into more of a community involvement. The energy of the Judgment card can also represent going into a new direction. It can also be about renewal. So perhaps you're going to renew something that you haven't done for a while, and you're going to take it into a whole new direction. Now this could be looked at within a relationship as well. So if you want to just use the word relationship instead of what I'm using, that's just fine. You can go ahead and do that. If we are talking about a relationship, though, the Judgment card would say that you may need to learn how to draw boundaries and really stand by what you are willing to accept and what you are not willing to accept. So it could be about changing your values and your standards, whether this is in a work relationship or a personal relationship. So the Judgment card can be about transformation, also making a decision, as we have with the Justice card here. But it just feels as though you're ready for something new. You're renewing something to do, probably for many of you, with your work life or with a project. But as I said, it could be with a relationship. Now, the reason I feel like you may be taking something more into the public domain, again, is because we have the High Priest. And this is about community. And interesting that we have the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess is represented by the moon. I always think of the High Priestess as the secret keeper. She's very much to herself. So you may have been very alone with this knowing or knowledge or information that you now want to expand out into the public with. Now, though, you are ready to take it to another level with the High Priest there. And it is as though you have a calling to do this. And here you are almost finished the planning stages with the Three of Wands and ready to move forward with this plan. Now back to the High Priest. This can be a search for higher knowledge, and that may be your calling as well. Perhaps you're ready to set out on a new path to move into a sense of expanding on the information or knowledge that you already have. And again, often the High Priest can represent taking it into an organization of community. But it can also mean that you could be looking for a deeper understanding of how this community is going to work or where you're going to take it. And this can be even in order to achieve a commitment in love, or just a commitment into something in your life that you're taking very seriously and that you're really going to utilize for your betterment, for new opportunities. The High Priest can also represent you taking on a counselor role, offering support and understanding for those who are going through a crisis. Or perhaps you are going to see someone who can help you because you are going through a crisis. Now in the center here we have the Six of Cups and the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is representing that you have gone through quite a few struggles and that you're almost at the top. With the High Priest, you are at the top. And with the Three of Wands sort of representing a striving to get to reach your goal, it's as though you've really been working hard and striving to get to this place, and you're almost at the finish mark with the Nine of Wands. And with this card, it does represent being driven by a sense of purpose, resolve, and self-reliance. This is a blend of emotion and reason. It's like a final challenge to get where you're going. And this is about the ability to engage fully in making your own decisions to achieve what you want to achieve. And I think that's very clear that you will with the High Priest. And the High Priestess would also represent that there are no more secrets. You are going to put everything out into the open. You are going to take it public. And this could well be in a sense of teaching, counseling others, beginning a community effort, as I said, sort of opening the books. And with the Six of Cups, this character here is actually looking into his past, remembering. The Six of Cups can represent a reconciliation. Now this can be in business, this could be in any kind of a relationship, but it would say that you've worked very hard to get to this point, to create a harmony in your life so that you can move into a better situation, whatever it entails, romantic, personal, work-related, just about anything. It can also represent the feeling of you're beginning to feel like your old self, that you have maybe healed through something and you're ready to begin again. And I think that's where the Judgment card comes in. It can mean a second chance. So a second chance at something. However, it will be different this time. The books will be open, secrets will be revealed, and there is a new path, but you do know where you're going. At least by the end of the month you will. It does have the feeling that you will be working within a community or a group of people, even if it's a small group of people, and you will be taking it to that higher level. And also I should mention that the Judgment card is represented by the element of fire, and it is often seen as the phoenix rising out of the ashes, ready to begin anew. And with the Three of Wands, also represented by fire, that is another action-oriented energy. You are ready to go and get what it is that you desire, and again involve others. I'm going to draw one more card from the Enchanted Map deck to close off your reading for Pisces, April 2017. Oh, that one really wanted to go. Then we have number 28, movement. And I'm just going to read a little bit here from the book. This is the time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. You're in the stage of new adventure and discovery. You feel compelled to go forward. You will see your dreams take form and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts, and you now know the actions you need to take. Let go and move forward. All right, Pisces, well, I do wish you a wonderful month and all the best.